Hello, my name is Danielle Niedermaier, and I'm a Senior Manager for Global Monitoring, Evaluation, and Learning with Land O'Lakes Venture 37. I'm excited to be here today to share with you our approach for measuring smallholder dairy farm enteric methane emissions and to gather feedback from the LD4D community. I work for Land O'Lakes Venture 37, which is an international development nonprofit that strives to help communities around the world thrive through agriculture. We seek a world characterized by abundant food and unlimited potential, two things we believe go hand in hand. We work across all parts of the value chain and market system with four key focus areas: competitive markets, resilient systems, healthy, nutrition secure communities, and inclusive societies. I think most of us in the group are well aware about why we should care about methane emissions, but just briefly, methane, of course, is a large contributor to climate change. In addition, smallholder dairy farms have disproportionately high enteric methane emission intensities, as you can see from this graph, with 2020 unpublished data from FAO GLEAM 3. Finally, many of us are trying to reduce enteric methane emission intensities on smallholder dairy farms, but we know little about how effective these efforts are. Therefore, we need better data. So we need lots of data, better data regarding methane emissions. First, current approaches for measuring enteric methane emissions are not cost-effective nor contextually appropriate for low and middle income country smallholder dairy farmers. Additionally, as I said earlier, we don't know the extent to which various on-farm technologies or management practices are resulting in reductions in emission intensities, which makes it hard to identify which practices to prioritize. Finally, such data could be used to inform decisions at all levels by numerous stakeholders. Before I jump into describing our approach, I want to note a few things. First, we adapted our approach from protocol developed by ILRI. The link to that protocol is included at the bottom of this slide. Second, our approach involves a relatively brief farmer survey, plus some additional data collected on milk and feed quality. We've only completed one round of data collection with a sample of 90 farmers we've worked with in Tanzania. The survey is designed to be conducted at the end of each season to collect variations across seasons. Now to this cow. Our approach to measuring methane emissions is driven by the main levers we're focusing on that would reduce emission intensities. These are, first, the genetics of the cow. We ask about each breed on farm. Second, improved animal health, such as giving the cow vaccines and other health practices the farmers implement. These are factored into the calculations via their impact on milk production. Third, locomotion, for example, exerting energy grazing or being used for plowing. The tool asks about locomotion of the cows, including specific estimates on distances walked. And finally, nutrition of the cows. This section, the feed section, is the most important, most detailed section of the tool. We ask very specific questions about types of feed and quantities of feed. Our approach to collecting data on feed is the main difference between ILRI's protocol and our approach. Some other questions that we ask in the tool are the age of the cows, their weight via heart girth measurement, calving status, lactation status, and daily milk yield. Other data that we collect is milk quality, namely the milk fat and solids non-fat, and we get this data from local processors. And feed quality, we need the acid detergent fiber and nitrogen content of the feed, and we've gathered this data from ILRI's website. Analysis of these data results in the farm's overall enteric methane emissions and emission intensity. So we have two main goals for this approach. First, to measure how effective the improved practices are at reducing methane emissions. And second, we're planning to generate a model based on these data, which we will use to extrapolate and determine our impact at a larger scale. So I'd love to get feedback from all of you on our approach and hear about other approaches to measuring methane emissions on smallholder dairy farms. Please reach out to me via email. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.